Hey everybody, it's B Diz, the Rockstar, part of SuperObvious. In this video, we're talking about why Gale and Kirby both won't survive Scream 7, and I'm also going to list a bunch of reasons why Gale should have died in Scream 6. Let's go.
What are we doing?
As far as our main characters in 6, including Sam, Tara, Mindy, Chad, Gale, and Kirby, nobody died. Realistically, Mindy, Kirby, Gale, and especially Chad should have died in Scream 6, or at least one of them. I talk about this in my Scream having a plot armor issue video, but a lot of viewers and fans would say there wasn't much of a body count as far as the main cast. Actually, no returning characters in Scream 6 died. So in Scream 7, out of the two legacy characters, Gale and Kirby, one of them isn't going to make it. Each of them had enough injuries in 6 where they should have died but didn't. Another reason why one of them won't survive 7 is because they are both competing to fill that hole of Sydney's absence. And both of their characters are basically doing the same thing, and that is trying to help out the core 4. Gale is a reporter and journalist, and Kirby is an FBI agent. They are both legacy characters trying to help our established new characters with the Ghostface attacks and murders. Honestly, if I had to pick out of the two, I'd say Gale is the one who won't survive Scream 7. Actually, there are several reasons why Gale should have died in 6. First, like I said earlier, there were way too many survivors in 6. If Gale died in 6, it would have added the shock factor, especially since Dewey died in the last movie. Also, this would have showed how Ghostface really isn't playing around. Also, Gale surviving so many wounds is unrealistic. In 5, they showed how even legacy characters can die with the death of Dewey, but in 6, Gale surviving, it's like they stepped back when anyone could die. Chad and Mindy surviving after getting stabbed several times makes the credibility drop even more. And if Gale died in 6, this would have given a more significant role to Kirby, especially with Kirby and Gale having their little beef busting each other's balls in Scream 6. And I know it sounds kind of messed up, but story-wise, if Gale died in 6, it would have made the movie even better because Sydney wasn't there, so Gale is actually the last original character, so the emotions would have spiked if she didn't survive 6. At this point, Gale has been in all the Scream movies in the franchise, more than Sydney. Also, Kirby would be considered to be Dewey's replacement since she is in law enforcement like Dewey was. Moving forward, it feels like Kirby would have a bigger role in the story over Gale. Plus, like I said before, if Gale is killed in 7, this would be more reason for Sid to return and help our characters take out Ghostface. Because we all know how rocky Gale and Sid's relationship was during the beginning of the franchise, but as the movies went on, Gale and Sid grew to feel like family, especially with everything they went through together. So Gale's death bringing Sid back makes sense. It would also put the pacifier in people's mouth who bitch about Sid not being in 6 like little babies. At this point, Gale had her story with Dewey that we cared about so much. She finally had her epic one-on-one with Ghostface and has been a huge part of the whole franchise. She has pretty much done what there is to do in the franchise, whereas since Kirby just returned, her comeback is just beginning. In 7, Kirby could have a talk with one of our core 4 where she talks about what happened to her in 4 and how she was betrayed by Jill and Charlie who almost killed her and were supposed to be her friends. I'm sure that would be emotional for us Scream fans. But yeah, that's the video. Let me know in the comments who you think won't survive between Kirby and Gale in Scream 7. Also, do you think that realistically Gale should have died in 6? Like and share the video, subscribe to support the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Totally for sure.